good?
Hey, yo, Jamal, I got a girl that's bad. But she don't understand my ways. Arguing days after days after days. Well, I can do it. See, I done had some fly ones, but they try to get just that. Thought I like to chase the cat, but I'm not a dog. Goddess who you're looking at. Couldn't have took
It's
it
the biggest.
I told her you're the first thing when the telephone rings.
The biggest shit in the game, man.
You wanna flip and lose your poise.
Armando, yo, Ciroc, I must find a vodka. Sam Mio, if you want to connect with your favorite artist one-on-one, you gotta love me, leave me alone. You gotta love me, leave me alone. You gotta love me, leave me alone. Hey. You gotta love me, leave me alone. Woo! Dre in the building, Rich, the player of God in the building.
Within your hole, I'll use my control. And the final verse, I'll hold. Until it comes. Backsplash is added up in sums. Then your mama teach about
Big show today. The mayor on the check-in, this biscuit on the check-in. The biggest blogger. DC Barber, I'll see you. Woo! Give him a vibe. Give him a vibe. Woo! Jesse Cagg in the building. G-Spin. Yo, G-Spin. Brooklyn Bay, what's up? You gotta love me, leave me alone. You gotta. Cousin Miriam was good. Damn, I think that was Mary J in the background. Nah, I just peeped that. Damn, I never knew that. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the latest edition of the biggest show on earth. I go by the name of Joe Crack the Dawn. This shit ain't a regular. This ain't what you wanna go against. This ain't what you want. You do not want that smoke. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Prime 112.
And Prime 1. Kalani, you gotta say. There she go. There she go.
Hi.
Yo, what's up, Kalani? I can't see you. We can't see you.
I know, my Wi-Fi is bad. Hello? Can you see me?
This ain't a good time to go bad on us. What's good with you?
Hi, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I can't complain, man. I really can't complain, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. We blessed. I went out there today. Shout out to everybody, Carol City, encouraging people to vote. You know, things of that nature.
Yeah.
Going out there, talking to the people, telling them to vote. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? This is a real important time. You voted? You into voting?
I did. I did a mail-in ballot.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. I walked mine in a couple of days ago, but they were saying that Carol City, Dre, you Miami motherfuckers better start talking to these people, man, because they was like, yo, the voting is light in Carol City. That's why I went out there and was trying to like.
Trump's giving out free food in the Bronx.
This is
Crazy. You gotta handle that.
So, Kalani, you from Oakland.
I am.
So all that, Too Short, Keep the Sneak. Who is your guy out there? What Oakland artists influenced you out there?
Well, I make a whole nother type of music, I think, than the music that I grew up listening to in the Bay Area. But as far as like, I wouldn't say necessarily influence, but they shaped the entire hyphy movement, which shaped how we grew up, which shaped how we became as adults, and how we ended up getting into crazy things that inspired the music, I guess, you know? It was the soundtrack to the crazy stories that we made music about, so.
You still young, so you was in that hyphy shit. You was out there wilding with the motherfuckers.
I was like right at like the end, like right at the end. Because I'm 25, so it was popping when I was real little, when I couldn't participate in much of nothing. So
Yeah, but you was standing on the sidelines though, right? I should go.
I've been in a couple side shows, a couple late after the hyphy movement side shows, but yeah, I've been to some.
Yeah, that's what happened to me growing up in the Bronx. Like just as a kid, I was too young when it first started, but I was damn sure they know the little fat boy over there, Fat Joey, was at all the jams. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was
As you should be.
to get in, but they know I was there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, love that.
Keisha Cole from out there.
Hmm.
So what was that like? Seeing her blow from the same neighborhood, the same town. What was that like?
I mean, she was kind of the only person that we had singing wise. I mean, and Vogue is from Oakland. Um, so as far as like singing, we had all this rap going on, all this rap, all this like super hypey ass rap at that. And then we had this just one girl who we felt like kind of was singing those stories, who felt like the home girl, who a lot of us know where she's from, who a lot of us know where she grew up and things like that, know like her cousins, like all kind of things like that. Like she's well known not only like in music and in the world, but like in Oakland. So
You from
it
the
was really, really,
town?
yeah. Yeah, it was just nice. And I think that I mean I've told her this before, but her album was one of like the kind of like bonding factors for me and my mom. So she's special.
Oh, that's crazy. Cause you know, I don't know, you're probably too young to know, but one of the greatest of all time is Stephanie Mills. And I love her because my mother and my aunt would sing her music all day while they was cleaning the house. And so I got Stephanie Mills on like my top 5 just
That's
because
awesome.
whenever I hear any of her music, I just think about my mother dancing, my aunt dancing. You know,
Hmm.
that's that vibe right there. You know, I met you at the Beyonce concert, right? You know, I don't get high, Kalani. I don't get high. So my shit is like, you know, Joe Crack got that memory.
Hmm.
I was trying to remember if it was me, you, and Chance the Rapper, or me, you, and Travis Scott. When I first met you, it was one of the two, and we was at the Beyonce concert, and then she threw like an after party. You
I
don't remember? You was probably high.
I don't think I was high, but I don't think I met you at Beyonce's concert. I think that I met you at the Demi and Khaled concert, but also at the club one time.
Yeah, but that was I
You met me
definitely.
before that only because I've never been to a Beyonce concert, sadly.
So that's not the first time. So it must have been at the at Khaled's thing. That's
Yeah,
the
I think so.
shit.
Yeah, I've never been to a Beyonce concert.
Oh man, you missing out on
I
another.
know, I know.
And when
One
you
day.
go to a Beyonce concert, you realize how broke we is. When we see
Yeah,
her,
and how much harder we need to work.
we see her flying in the air, somersaulting over shit, all type of popping out of it. Yo, swear to God, one time I went to it was this is real shit. I went to an MTV. Now that I'm thinking about it, I know where she got it from. But I went to an MTV, like MTV Awards, and Beyonce was
Hmm.
performing on stage, and the shit said, and the pitch the black and some shit went like this. She popped up behind us. Like it must have been the fucking biggest El Chapo tunnel. Like it was the fastest shit I ever seen in my life. She popped up behind us. I was like, oh shit, like what the fuck is this? Like I couldn't believe this shit. And but now I'm thinking about it, that's that Michael Jackson when Michael Jackson did the Super Bowl. It looked like he was on top of the scoring board. You remember he was up there and then out of nowhere he popped up there. They got some shit. Yeah, Kalani, they got some shit where they know how to do it where you could, some Cirque du Soleil.
Hmm.
So 5 years, right? You've been on the
Yeah,
scene for 5 years.
yeah.
And it feels like you've been on the scene forever.
I
Like these
know.
5 years, right?
Hmm.
Because I'm like, I feel like I know Kalani. Like we all know Kalani for what's this 5 years? Man?
What's it been like for me?
Yeah.
It's been up, it's had its ups and its downs, but overall it's been a blessing. I think that even the downs I learned a lot from, and the ups have been things that I could have possibly never dreamed about doing when I was younger, and I was just like trying to fathom what, a music career looked like. I was like, does that ever happen for many people? You know what I mean? I didn't think that I'd be a person that it happened for. So honestly, it's been blessed. Even the crazy things, even the times when I'm like, this is a lot. This is a lot for me to handle. I still have to remember that I'm super, super, super blessed. And there's a lot of people who are just as talented and more talented than me and will never see half of the things that I've been blessed enough to see. So I just take every loss with that thought of just like, just remember that I'm super, super blessed to be here. So
Yeah, I have an artist. She sings amazing, and something that I did with her, and I hope she never forgets it, right? So we get her this record deal and everything. And I tell her how blessed she is, but so she could know, I took her to this little jazz bar one time. But there was this girl, she was the most
mm,
beautiful girl in the world. And she sung better than Whitney Houston like that. And I took my artist and I sat her there and I looked, I said, listen, if you don't get on your grind and do your shit and you don't take advantage of this opportunity, you could end up like this.
yeah,
So, and so we got to know how blessed we are to have these opportunities because I see artists every day. Artists sometimes I be going on my live and I let new rappers come on and
hmm,
then and it's therapeutic for me because when I get off I tell Dre all the time I say yo, like I'm just so blessed, man. God bless me. I don't know why, because people rap in all different styles. People are dope. People look fly. And then but they not on yet. And I'm just like, yo, I've had this opportunity. You know what I mean? I've been so blessed.
yeah,
That's what you saying. And with this new thing, with us, it was a little bit more when we was coming up. We have more privacy. We have more
yeah,
privacy. We didn't have this social media shit like that. Like I would be dead or definitely not have a wife if they had social media. When Fat Joe was 21 out here running around acting stupid, right?
hmm,
But with you, it just feels like your whole life is just all new artists. You know what I'm saying? Is that a
yeah.
lot to do with?
What's crazy is it's not as much of my life as I think that people think. Like, I think that my relationship things tend to end up going public, never on purpose, usually. I think that things that happen when there's miscommunications between other people and things get taken to the internet, like things like that, end up getting exposed or coming out or being too public. But that's really this much of my life. So behind that, there's this whole life that I do get to have to myself and that I do experience. And I think in the last even month or 2 months, I've gotten a lot more removed from social media. I don't follow anyone. I've been trying to get to zero for the last week. It's
Now, how
taken
you
me a
don't
week.
I want to know. So, what you got, like a fake account where you see Instagram? Like, how do you not follow? Because if you don't follow no one, you don't see shit, right?
Well, I just got to zero today. Today, literally today. Um, but But I have been like off Twitter for a while, like weeks and weeks. I have been just removed off Instagram. Um, just trying to take more time and spend more time to be like present in real life because I was like realizing I'm like, man, like I spend a lot of time scrolling and just looking at people all day and a lot of people that I don't know. And it's kind of like unusual to take in that much just random shit all day. But as far as like dealing with things being so public and like my life is just like I just take it with a grain of salt the same way I take everything else of like people get over things really quickly. Like there's people that hold things from when I first came out against me. There's people that hold things from 2 years ago against me. There's people that's gonna hold things from last week against me. Then there's people who like I don't really care about any of that stuff. I love the music you make and I'm
Yeah.
gonna buy a ticket to the
Come on.
concert. And those are the people that you gotta, think about.
I just say fuck them all. That's
That's
just
it. That's all you
yeah.
could do.
Coach, if you see the shit, I see sometimes they be commenting, and then when you go to their shit is no followers, a bullshit account. I'll be like, yo, I wish this dude would really just show his face and be
It's
like,
a robot,
be
or
a
it's like
guy I
a
know. It's probably somebody I grew up with, like, yo, this is, if you want to smoke, just show your face, B. Like,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know, like, what's all that about? And
yeah.
and so being a
Hmm.
mama in the game, has that changed the kind of music you want to make, or your approach, or same old Kalani?
It has changed everything. It's changed the way I interact with the world. Um, I used to trip off a lot of shit. I used to be the first one, and sometimes, it gets me still. Sometimes, like, I want to respond to something so bad, or like this was so bothersome. I want to defend myself, and I do defend myself, have defended myself a lot in the past. Um, and I think that she just grounds me to be like, this is what's real. Like I can look at what's in front of me, and it's this beautiful, healthy little person. And I'm like, you are what's real, and you are what matters. And when I feel like I want to just throw everything in the air sometimes and disappear, I'm like, I have something that grounds me. I have something that reminds me of reality, and that alone changes my approach to everything. It makes the real things matter, and it makes the things that don't matter just it's very apparent that they don't matter.
You know, I wish you luck with this parenting thing because my daughter's 14
The
and I
age.
was World War III every day. And
Oh.
yeah, it goes down. It goes down because your daughter thought you dressing her now, but then she gonna get her own style. You're gonna be like,
I can't wait.
yeah. That's that shit right there. When they get their own style, they all little slick talking. You know, it's like it's crazy because they grow, they get their own personality, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. And you know me, I'm like the referee. I get in the middle, like, yo, chill, like, yo, what's going on? Like, everybody chill. I mean, yeah, that's gonna happen. And you started like we could say underground, like mixtapes.
Yeah.
You and you started out from mixtapes, and then now you Grammy nominated and all that. Like that that's pretty amazing shit.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing shit. What I want to ask you is what you mixed with? What your parents? What your parents?
What am I mixed with?
Yeah. What your
Sorry, you
what?
went away.
Huh?
Yeah. My dad is black, white, and Cherokee, and my mom is white and Cherokee.
That's that whole shit right there. That's that. That's that Indian hair. Huh? That's the whole fucking package. That's the whole, that's the whole package. And what's this obsession with the tattoos? I mean, I love them on you.
Obsession.
No, this it's quite the obsession, Kalani.
It's a lot
It's,
of them, huh?
if you haven't figured it out, like, it's like it's quite the obsession. I got one tattoo, and I'm gonna tell you how this happened. Rest in peace, my best friend ever, my brother Tom Montana. When he got killed, he's my best friend, right? So
Hmm.
we were like the two main guys in Terror Squad before rap and shit. And I was with him day and night, my best friend. And when I tell you 30 guys, when he got killed, 30 guys in the whole crew got tattoos of Tony, the same tattoo in memory of Tony. It forced me to get the tattoo because it like, yo, that's your best friend. And the
Hmm.
whole crew got the in memory of Tony joint.
Hmm.
Man, I went in there, Mr. Cartoon did it. I was the biggest pussy you ever seen in your life. I was in there with my tattoo.
Oh.
I was holding the towel shit. Yo, let me tell you something. I had to get the, I don't know how you, does it not hurt you?
It does, but it's also therapeutic. I don't know. It's like it's kind of test your gangster a little bit. You're like, if I could thug this out, like, and I'm gonna have some cool ass art at the end of it, then cool. Plus, I got a lot of like bad tattoos in high school. Like, I started getting tattoos when I was like 16 years old. So By the time I was able to get tattoos and I could pay for them and like I could get good quality ones, I was already covered in like ones that people was doing in their garage and their kitchen and their basement, you know. So by the time I got good tattoos, I was like, all right, I gotta fix them. You know, I got things to fix. I got like ones to transform, and you know, over time, I've just been able to like add more and ones that like are better quality and fix them up. Like this whole arm is like cover-ups of crazy high school tattoos that I'm still fixing. So I got a little wild. Don't judge me.
You ever got a guy's name you had to cover up when he tattoos?
Yes, I'm ratchet.
Somebody's
Yes.
Is it more
Yes.
than one guy's name under them tattoos? Like, have you
No.
multiple names?
No, 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 no. These not in here. No, no, no. I did have a name,
And,
yeah,
and,
but I
and
got it covered.
I'm sure it was some young shit, and then you figured it out, and you was like, "What the fuck did I do? Get Dawn's bitch ass name on my arm?" Like, it's
You know
usually
what?
two of the lamest dude too.
Yeah, that definitely he was one of the lamer ones, but I was in love. I was in love, and I think that I don't regret it because I can still look at it and have it like, you know, I don't regret any relationship I've ever been in because I learned a lot and I, at the time, experienced a lot of joy as well as probably some pain. So I don't regret it. I look down and I'm like, I remember that time and I've grown from it and I'm older now and wiser. So
Man, let me tell you something. I've been in love and got my heart broken, and that bitch ain't shit. I'm gonna tell
you bet.
you, not me.
I was gonna say you better not.
Fuck me up for life. Talk to
Oh,
PTS, post traumatic syndrome. Like, I'm not.
oh.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of that. But, you know, nah, for real, I'm not a fan of that. It's, you know what? It's you know, it's crazy, man. Cause that love, you look like you love hard, bro.
I
I'm
do.
like when I can see it in your face, you love hard.
Oh,
No, I'm telling you, Kalani, and I think that's why your fans love you so much because they know you so real and you wear your heart on your sleeve, and I think that's definitely a thing about you. And as quiet as you want to be and not follow nobody, it's like you're parent. Like, we can see you, we know what it is. You know, could you trust a guy? Would you ever trust a guy fully?
yeah. I mean, I think my issue has been over trusting. I don't think I have I think I have trust issues, but it's a different kind of trust issue. I think I trust too quickly. I think I trust too many people. People are like, "Oh my God, let me tell you what sad thing happened," and I'm like, "Come here, let me hug you. Come over. Do you want to lay your head on my shoulder?" I'm not like, "Oh my God, they can't come over. Like they can't know where I live." Like, so I've more so dealt with issues with like opening myself up too much versus like having a trust issue. So yeah, I've trusted many people I shouldn't have trusted, and all I can do is pray that over time my boundaries just get stronger as they are, and with each time that I mess up, I just,
Well, you
get
know,
better with it.
young, you got a whole life
Exactly, exactly.
ahead of you to I hope a good man comes along. Like, I was about to say, y'all, good man's gonna come along, but you know, a lot of guys ain't it either. So I can't even do that to Kalani right now. I tell you, it's you know, I guess you lock in one day. One day, I think the best approach is you'll finally meet the guy, and
Or
you'll
the girl or the whoever.
oh, I forgot you yeah,
Yeah, what if you just totally turning my future wife away right now? What if my future wife is
no, I
watching this
never want
live?
wife away. I don't.
Exactly.
But let me.
Dang.
Do you like the girls you like? Are they like beautiful? Do you like this? Do you like
Are
what's
they
the most
beautiful? They're always.
like more tomboy girl, or you like,
Oh.
or you like you know?
Like, do I like studs or
You like
femmes or.
titties, or you like yo, what's up?
I don't really have a type. Every time I try to like compare people that I've talked to, I can't compare any two men I've talked to. I can't compare any two women I've talked to. I don't know. They're different. Some people have seen me with girls and didn't even know they were my girlfriend because we look like the same kind of woman, or some people have seen me with a girl that gave them the opposite vibe of me and been like,
Yo, but
"That's your girlfriend, huh?"
is your future wife ain't shit like your like the guy? Like what is that like? Like I love you too, and then what happens? How do they mess up? How do
How do
women?
girls mess up?
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
mean,
don't know. I'm asking you. This is something me and my audience could really learn from right now, Kalani. How does a girl? All right, so you say a woman don't know a woman like a woman, and you know it's love and my sisterhood, and then how do they fuck up?
I think people fuck up regardless of gender. I don't know, the same things could happen. Like there could be a trust thing going on. There could be about overstepping a boundary thing going on. Like people gonna be people regardless of gender. So
It's jealousy.
sometimes,
You know, it's hard for somebody to be beautiful like you, for somebody to be with somebody as
thank you.
beautiful as you, popping as you. You got your own money, your own shit. That's very intimidating for um another person in a relationship. Now
Yeah,
you
you
got
have to.
another person and shit. Now I'm like, I keep thinking gender friendly. Gender friendly.
Yeah, exactly. Look at you. Thank you. Come on, inclusive.
I'm like,
Yeah,
oh shit, what the I wasn't ready. Like
you definitely have to be secure in a lot of ways to date somebody like me. Whether it's that I think that I have a lot of friends. I think I'm a very, very friendly person, and I know some people like the don't talk, don't, have friends of whatever gender type of vibes. That's definitely got me in trouble before. Or the fact you have to deal with, you know how it goes when you're at the studio and you're doing a collaboration with somebody and y'all are in the room till 4 in the morning. That requires a lot of trust for me to work with producers, to be working with artists, me to if I was on a TV show and I got hired to be on a TV show, like all of that requires confidence. Then there's
two,
the financial factor.
it's two dangerous people, right? Like
Hmm.
so you always see women, even the so-called most decent of women linking up with their trainer. That's a hot trainer. Like you always hear those stories, or a producer
Hmm.
of a female. You know what I'm saying? One minute we was calling this guy, I forgot what his name was. The next thing he was married to Gwen Stefani or one of the, who's the girl that was down with Timberland? The girl Nelly Furtado. Like one day we had the nigga we used to go get the water. Next thing he was married to Nelly Furtado. This nigga, the engineer, the producer. Like I'm like,
Love is
yo.
love.
So it's a bond between producers and singers.
Maybe, yeah. I think creating anything with anybody might give some type of like
I think if I had a wife
vibe.
who was an R&B beautiful singer, I'd be scared of the producer. Yeah.
Oh, oh
Hmm.
no. Well,
Yeah,
I don't bother nobody.
yeah, producer. I would actually never, personally, all jokes aside, I wouldn't date a famous person ever.
Well, I've gotten that too. I've gotten like, you're beautiful and you're a good mom and you this and this, but I'm not gonna do it because I don't think I can handle it. And personally, I would much rather that honesty up front than someone get with me and then I experience all the insecurity that they knew they had
Yeah,
initially come out. You could have just told me in the beginning.
is that true? Women say, yo, I'd rather you be honest with me and tell me I can handle it this. Or, and even guys that be like, yo, did you sleep with him or not? Let me know. And then it seems like every time you crack the code and you say, yeah, I slept with her motherfucker. Like, you know, it seems like, I don't know if you should say nothing.
You know what? That part is worse because what gets you is that they spent so much time lying in the lead up. You know what I mean? It's just that's what gets me is I do want you to be honest, but once you get to that point, it's like I had to drag this out of you and I had to beg you for this when it was so simple. And if you would have just told me, then we could have had a better conversation. But the fact that I had to drag it out of you, I think that that is more hurtful than anything. So
The guy's job to say whatever a woman wants to hear when he's trying to get at her. It's just simply, I mean, if a girl had a girl and she was like, yeah, why you wearing sky blue? I like that lumberjack. Yeah, I was about to wear the green and black lumberjack shit today, but I thought I'd be now a whole lot. Yeah, yeah, ain't nothing more dangerous than a slick talker, like a guy that'll tell you whatever you want to hear to get at you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
From jump, no matter how much a guy or girl want each other, I just think they should try to be as transparent and real as possible to begin with. Like, if you're not going to hold the girl's door, like if you go on a first date with a girl and you holding her door, knowing damn well 1 month from now, if you know her, you ain't never holding that door, just don't hold the door, man. Just let her walk in the fucking car.
Yeah, just be you the whole time. It'll make it a lot easier on everybody else.
That's it, because you got around girlfriends that they change their accents around certain girls or act
Uh,
ways around certain like yo, you gotta, it's crazy where we was at somewhere. We was at somewhere like me personally. I'm respectful of others. I respect everybody and what they do or whatever, but I'm always the same. If I'm talking to, we can't see you. If I'm talking to a crackhead outside of a bodega in the Bronx, I'm
oh,
dead at. We're on everything. I'm
yeah.
talking the same way to a billionaire on a yacht. The
Hmm.
same. If you even gonna accept me for being Joe Crack or you're not, like that it's just the way I am. I'm mindful of others, but you're never gonna be able to hang out with me, somewhere in the hood and then see me get around some rich people and switch it up.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be able to be in the back of your mind like, damn, this ain't fake as shit. He's switching up the accent and everything. Nah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. You can't. You're not gonna gain any real respect or any real love or make any real friends or anything like that. So I appreciate that.
Nah, that's a fact. I heard the collab with Ty Dolla. I actually love his album.
Me too.
Yeah, I also love the collab you did with Tiana Taylor.
Oh, thank you. I like that one too.
No, that's really, really dope. I know her since she was a kid. And
That's
I used
awesome.
no, that's a real shit. Like I used to be out in Harlem a lot and I used to coach basketball and she would come to every game at the Ruck. I'm talking about 10 years old, 12 years old, 14 years old. And she would always pull up on me in a little bike and be talking shit. Fat Joe, this and this and that, and this and this. And now, to see her a full-fledged superstar, it's a beautiful thing, What's
Hmm.
that like? Like, who are your closest friends, you would say, female friends in this industry?
Well, the dope thing about Tiana is not only has she been a friend, but I've been able to ask her for a lot of advice.
Mm.
Um, it's not a lot of people that I feel like I've been able to go to and be like, hey, like, you're older than me, you've been in this longer than me, like, how do you handle this and this and this as a human, as a person? Um, so it's less of like it's like I respect her as an artist to 100,000 million%. The dancing, the direction, the music, the commitment that she puts 200% into everything. But beyond that, she's an incredible person. Like I've hit her up and been like, yo, I'm really struggling with this. And she's been like, here's some actual advice and here's an ear and here's a shoulder. Janae is the same way for me. Janae has given me a lot of advice. On how to deal with social media, on how to deal with being in the public eye, on how to deal with, motherhood and separating that between work and keeping myself and good things for myself in private. Me and SZA are pretty close. Me and Lizzo are pretty close. Me, SZA, and Lizzo have a really funny group chat with consistent jokes and things like that. And then Then I have like my homies that I came up with,
You know,
that
I
I'm
got a
really close to.
story about SZA, right? I was going to Santo Domingo, right?
Okay.
I was going to Santo Domingo, and there was a girl sitting next to me, right? First class, balled up. I mean, ball. In a ball. Like, I don't know how to explain this shit to you, right? Knocked out for the whole 6 hours. I think we was going from LA to Santo Domingo on
Was
vacation.
it SZA?
Huh?
Was it SZA?
Listen. By the way, I love SZA. Like
Mm-hmm.
music. I love I really dig her, right?
Yeah.
She's right next to me the whole time, right next to me. But with the hoodie, 6 hours straight. And then when you couldn't see a cheekbone, nothing.
That
She
sounds like her.
passed me, tapped back. Like she knew that was Fat Joe the whole time. She tapped back, was like, hey, I'm a big fan, Fat Joe. It's me, Scissor. I was like, what the fuck? I had Scissor 6 hours on a fucking plane. I
I
couldn't
didn't
give
know.
Fat Joe shit, nothing. Like, but she knew. She like, it was like this. She came up, she said, Fat Joe, Scissor, what's up? I'm a big fan of yours. What's up? This. I'm like,
She's
what
a
the fuck?
sweetheart. She is a sweetheart. She probably was just trying to like get in her own world and like not be bothered by anything on the plane. She's very much in her own world.
She was tired, but
Yeah.
shout out to Scissor. I got her that
The
weed.
sweetest.
Hit me up with that weed out there, something to mango. I said, Poppy's over. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
she hit me up in the DM like, Fat Joe, if it really was you, could you send the weed guy over here? Motherfucker was like, yo, this woman, man, the guy, my man went over there. He was like, this girl had the biggest house in the world. She was by herself. I was like, oh shit. Like, Scissor, she's herself.
Mm-hmm.
She's really talented,
Extremely.
you know, really talented. Man, that's good company you just mentioned.
Yeah, good people. It's a lot of good people.
That's real good. And shout out to Lizzo. I don't really know her like that, but she seems,
She's super sweet.
yeah, what a story, huh?
Yeah, she's had incredible story. Really, really incredible story. And she's been doing it a really long time. So it's really nice to like see that like there was a couple people I seen it when she first really, really blew up and were like, this feels random. I'm like, if y'all only knew, like she's been working so long and so hard and for her to get all of this, it doesn't feel sudden at all. It just feels deserved. It feels like finally, it feels like you getting everything that you've been working hard for years. So
Like I knew Rick Ross for 10 years and he was trying to get on for 10 years. I knew fucking what's his name? 2 Chainz.
mm-hmm.
And I would watch him at every show. If we did a show, Khaled did a birthday party, they would open up and they was trying to get on. They was trying to get on. And then they blew, you know. And so to people, when they see you blow, they think it happened overnight. The
Yeah.
motherfucker been putting in that work for like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
When I hear your music, it always though. I'm gonna tell you, but you know, when I hear your music since day one, it always reminded me of Brandy.
Oh, what a compliment.
You know,
Oh.
Brandy the blueprint on the low, but
Oh, no, I told her this to her face. I almost got on my knees.
nah, but did she influence you, or has anybody else ever told you that, or just Fat Joe's crazy?
No, a lot of people tell me this. I think it's tone. I also think whatever you grow up listening to and whatever music that you listen to when you first start to make your own music influences a lot, right? Like if I grew up listening to rock music, I'd probably make rock music. If I grew up listening to country, I would make country. I grew up listening to Brandy. I think that when I was trying to grasp what the fuck like singing was and trying to learn how to do runs and just play with my voice, like who else do you listen to? You know, who else do you listen to? Who else do you even, like, I mean, you have like, you go into like the gospel world and, you know, you go things like that. But as far as
Your favorite Brandy song?
When You Touch Me is my favorite Brandy song.
Wow, that's a
Yeah. I
My
love that song.
now, huh? Full moon. Oh shit.
I see you soon as you came walking through the. Yep.
Yeah,
Classic.
Brandy. So you definitely was like, you felt like a little girl watching the verses, Brandy and Monica. Like, what
Absolutely.
in it?
Huh? Yeah.
So you was like, cause I was bugging and I ain't a little girl, but was you bugging out to see them at verses together?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that with all the verses in general. Like all of it was like things I never thought I'd see growing up. Um, Not because I thought it was impossible. It's just like being able to go to like a concert without having to leave your crib, and like they also got to be so personable and like tell stories behind the songs, and it's something that I think you really couldn't get anywhere. So that was definitely a crazy one for me, especially like seeing them just be at like this grown, super sexy, mature age and kind of like reflecting on the music, and then them saying how young they were at so many points was crazy to me. Like, yeah,
Oh
remember
yeah,
we was
oh,
15 when we did this? I was like, what? What?
yeah. And Monica looks so beautiful, but she always looked like she got the strap on her, like
Oh,
she ready to
gangsta.
fucking gangster as fuck. Under the Fendi,
Yeah.
she 5. Like, yo, I don't give a fuck. What? I know gangsters when I see them. They just talk and it just hits my DNA. Like, yo, this chick is crazy. Like,
Oh, I love it though. Don't we love it?
we love it though. But you love it though. I love
Hmm.
that. What's the verses you would like to see?
Oh, a verses I would like to see. Oh my goodness. I don't have a clue because I feel like all the ones I would like to see Music Soul Child versus somebody. I just don't know who. And that's just because I would want to sing all the Music Soul Child songs and tweak out in the comments.
I love Music Soul Child too, but I mean,
I don't
uh,
know who he would go against.
hello, Music Soul Child.
Maybe. Maybe. I don't know.
Who the fuck gonna get in that ring with motherfucking Chris Brown? I don't know. I really like you gotta dig somebody up or some shit. You ain't I'm serious. I wanna know who think they could, like, let's be real about this. Like Chris Brown, like with all the hits this boy got,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know either.
he'd be a very difficult task.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huh?
I can't think on that one, so. I mean, he had hits like every time music kind of shifted when he was out. Like there was like pop, and then there was like electronic, and then there was like the deep R&B, and then there was like when things kind of more back to pop with like acoustic kind of pop. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, he different. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when I go, you ever hung out with Chris? Not in that way. I'm just saying, like, you ever been at a party with Chris is at?
Mm-mm.
Yo, bro, they start battling each other and dancing and shit. Like, yo, he's a real movie. Like, you know, him and his crew start battling and dancing, then they start playing it. Yo, it's a mean experience hanging out with Chris Brown, like in a great way, in a musical sense. You know, they just have fun. You know what I'm saying? Chris has fun, man. I would love to see Chris in the verses. You know, they got T.I. and Jeezy is gonna go at it. It's confirmed. T.I.
Mm.
at it. I think that's a great battle right there.
Yeah, am I tripping? Was he dodging it for a while? I feel like I had seen something about them trying to figure out were they actually gonna do it or.
Nah, T.I., you know, T.I., he called out 50 Cent, and then people ain't think that was the right battle. Well, 50 Cent didn't respond like that. And then so Jeezy was saying, like, yo, what's up? Like, we know what the battle is. Young Jeezy. T.I. What we doing? That's gonna be an amazing verses. That's gonna be. Are you doing the deluxe album?
I'm making music, and I had finished what I considered a deluxe, but then I just made like a lot of music. So I'm still sipping through it to trying to put my deluxe together. I don't feel like I should rush putting out my deluxe because I think that's a new culture. Is like rushing to put out the deluxe version of an album. Um, and I just dropped and people are still enjoying it. So I'm still working on it, yeah.
Nah, that sounds right. You work hard though. You work hard. You've been around what, 5 years? What you dropped? Like 3 albums?
I dropped 3 mixtapes and 3 albums.
What the fuck? What else? They want shit. You dropping shit to COVID. Like
Yeah,
you work hard.
thank you.
As much as you think you don't, you work hard. Me, I said my last album I was retiring and with me and Dre Family Ties, and I still ain't made no music. It's weird. It's weird because I've been making music for so long, 25 years, and I love music, and I never thought it'd come a day where I didn't make music, and it's just weird. Like it's
Yeah.
weird. I never thought I'd feel like this in my life because I've been making music for so long. I never thought it'd come a day where I feel almost like, I ain't got to do it. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you've been doing it for a long time and you're also like, I consider you a pioneer. Um, and I think you deserve to take a break. Like if it doesn't come to you naturally, like chill until something comes to you naturally and then make it when you have to. I feel like when you've made legendary, very legendary music and very legendary strides in in music and in musical history, then you don't have to force it, you know?
You can be honest, Kalani. I done dropped some motherfucking mega anthems on their asses.
You have.
We've been smashing them for a long time. Give it a break. Give it a break. Give it a break.
Why not?
Yeah. I'm gonna leave it with this because you've been very graceful. Give me your
Thank
top,
you.
not Fat Joe, top 5 rappers of all time. Matter of fact, which one you want to do? Top 5 R&Bs or top 5 rappers of all time?
I'd probably do top 5 R&B singers because that's my world right there. But I'll probably include neo soul because I grew up on more neo soul than I did R&B technically.
I see you love it. I see you mention Music Soul Child. You like that?
Yeah. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, I know what
Yeah,
you with. I know your shit.
yeah.
All right, give me your 5. Give me
Yeah,
your
neo
5.
soul was my shit. Music Soul Child. This is not in any order. Music Soul Child, Indie Ari, Brandy.
Brown skin. I love my.
Damn, am I just doing just singers or I'm just doing whole
You said singers.
R&B, but
They
just
was
R&B and neo soul. Okay.
I
Jill, Jill
know.
Scott, Jill
Mm,
Scott, super super fave. Damn, I
that's
got one more. I gotta do this really well. Mariah Carey.
who?
Mariah Carey.
Ooh. I ain't gonna lie to you, right? No matter how big Mariah Carey is, and she's a friend,
Hmm.
right? And I slept on her for a long time. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie.
How?
As big as she is, because I'm more into, I'm a hood. I'm married. I'm on some bullshit, right? And one day, Mariah Carey invited me to a Christmas. She does this Christmas thing in New York. And my favorite, just so you know, my favorite singer of all time is Luther Vandross. Right? That's my
Okay.
favorite. If you're too young, please, I beg you to listen to one of his albums.
Are you talking to the people in the comments? You talking to
No, I'm
me?
talking to you.
Oh no, don't do this.
No,
You don't
no,
gotta
I'm not.
tell me.
Okay, so he's my favorite. No, because you know, Luther. So, he turned around, and Luther. The reason why he's my favorite is he could do anything. High, low, whatever you say.
Range.
Whatever, his range was out of control, right? So I go to a Mariah Carey Christmas Carol thing. She invites me, sitting in the audience. What was it? Radio City Music Hall or something. And when I was sitting there, and they're like, jingle bell, whatever, the fucking notes Mariah Carey was hitting, I was like, oh God, like
it's insane.
Shit, like I didn't know, like she was in the jingles in Christmas. And I ain't gonna lie to you, the only person I ever heard sing that good in my lifetime in person was Luther Vandross. He's my favorite. When I was there, I was like, you ever slept on somebody and got mad at yourself?
Yeah.
When you realize they're fucking fire? Like
Yeah.
I was mad at myself. I was upset. I was like, damn, man. Like, you know, it just, you know, I was like, damn, but you know, that's a great five. Mine's is, I think Luther, MJ, Stephanie Mills, it always changes towards the end, you know, Babyface. No. Sade's right there though. Like she's in the Sade's in the 6. You know what I'm saying? Sade's right there though, you know? But you know, that's my type of, you know what I mean? I'm more of an R&B guy than a hip hop guy. That's why I can make songs like Another Round with Chris Brown or What's Love or whatever. If God said, Joe, what do you want to be? An R&B singer or a rapper? I would have chose R&B so fucking fast. Dove on the floor, threw roses at the girls. The most dramatic shit you ever seen in your life. Like that's my Joey Sunshine. Tony's on here too. Nah, that R&B is my passion. Kalani, thank you for coming to the big show. We love you.
Thank you for having me.
Everything. Shout out to David, because you know, that's my guy.
The one.
Yeah.
The one.
Yeah, he the plug. And you know, that's my guy, man. Tell him I said thank you and to your whole crew. And you know, we here, man. We proud of you. We rooting for you. God bless, all right?
Thank you. Appreciate you. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You don't know who I know. You don't know who I know. That's the Kalani right there. This is the big show, guys. No one bigger. If you've been under a rock, we've been on here for 7.5 months, bringing you the biggest in the game. We done brought you everybody from Floyd Mayweather to Mike Tyson, to Diddy, to Alicia Keys, to Kalani, to Keisha Cole, to anybody you name, we don't have them in this platform right here. Oh, Black Lives Matter, we don't have Benjamin Crump on here, Reverend Al Sharpton, Tamika Malin. Oh, you want to know, who you want to know? Hip Hop, Young Jeezy, T.I., Method Man been on here, Fabulous been on here, Jadakiss been on here, Snoop Dogg been on here. I mean, you name it. You want reggae? But your line sign up on the place to be. This is the biggest show in the game. Unstoppable force. Every day, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here. The Fat Joe Show cannot be stopped. Revolt TV every Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern. Everybody go out there and vote. You know who I'm voting for. Biden and Harris. That's what it is. Put God first. Believe in God. Always. And let your darkest moments bring you most clarity. Today's executive producer, Dre of Cool and Dre.
Sponsored by Prime 112.
Sponsored by Prime 112.
Here we go now.
Our executive producer has arrived along Cartagena. I know you're so jealous we have Tuna Pope right now from Prime 112, but we'll see you when you get back home. Peace, y'all. Tomorrow night, we got some LA Lakers. We got my man LaBelle Crawford, funniest comedian, one of the biggest in the game. Love y'all. Big, big show. We the biggest in the game, baby. Ciroc, a much finer vodka. Fan Meal, connect with your favorite artist. Peace, y'all. Wild Cherry Fridays. Wild Cherry Pepsi Fridays.